Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Imelda Nina. On today's tutorial, I'll be teaching us how to make this beautiful petal sleeve. If this is what you're interested to learn, please stay put to the end of the tutorial. On this channel, we upload sewing tutorials every week. So do us well to subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified anytime we upload a new video. And to our existing subscribers, thank you so very much. We love you. God bless you. Without wasting much of our time, let's dive into today's business. On the tip of this pattern paper, we're going to be rolling out our starting line. For my starting line, I'll come down by 4 inches for my pleat. Depending on how puffy or how full you want your pleat to be, you can do 4, 5, 6 or thereabouts. For me, I'm fine with 4 inches. From the 4 inches for my pleat, I'll mark the length of the sleeve. The length of the sleeve I'm using here is 9 inches. I'll connect my dot with a straight line. On a simple note, just mark out your basic sleeve, then take it off from there. The only difference is that your sleeve opening will be a little bit wider than normal. I'll come to my cap sleeve line and come in by 4 inches. And to my armhole area, I'll come down by 3.5 inches. I'll basically connect them the normal way we'll connect our basic sleeve. I'll mark my armhole circumference plus 1 inch for sewing. I will also mark same inches on my sleeve opening. The sleeve opening is not meant to be tight, so it's meant to be free, because this petal sleeve is a kind of wrap. In fact, it's a wrap sleeve and should be free on the opening. When we are done marking, we'll connect our dots with a straight line like so. The next thing I'll do is to mark out the inches I want for my puffy pleat. So on this 4 inches I marked out for my pleat, I'll come in by 3 inches and I'll connect it just like so to my armhole. We are done drafting, so we'll cut out our sleeve. Pay attention guys to know where I'm cutting, so when making yours you'll not do any mistake. At this point, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do us well to do so, and also turn your notification bell to get notified anytime we upload a new video. Remember to notch the midpoint of your sleeve, very important, both on your lining, on your pattern paper and on the fabric, because you'll be needing it when making your wrap. So on the center of the sleeve where we notch, we'll be going out by 5 inches. Then at the center of the sleeve, we'll come down by 9 inches. Also at the center at the sleeve opening, we'll be going out by 4 inches on the other side of the sleeve. Let me go through it again. On the center of the cap sleeve, we came out by 5 inches on this side of the sleeve. At the center, 9 inches. Then at the sleeve opening, we went out by 4 inches on the other side of the sleeve. The next thing we'll do is to connect all our dots with a curve rope. We'll no more be needing this side again, so we're going to discard it. We are done drafting our petal sleeve, so we're going to cut out. So the next thing to do is to trace out our pattern on our fabric and also on the lining. So we're going to be cutting out same thing we have on the pattern paper on the fabric and also on the lining. So we'll place the pattern paper on the fabric like so. On this side of the fabric, we'll be cutting the exact thing we have on the pattern paper. And on this side, we'll be adding 1/2 inch sewing allowance to the fabric. We'll be cutting 8 pieces of this piece, both on the lining and on the fabric. Bear in mind that my fabric is on fold, so I'll be having 4 pieces of this on the fabric and also 4 pieces of it on my lining. Remember I said notching at the midpoint of your cap sleeve is very important when making a petal sleeve, so I'm going to notch on the fabric also. I've ironed my collar sleeve just on the lining only. I want my sleeve to be structural like. You can also iron your stay on the fabric also if you want. That's your choice. I'll head to the machine to stitch it up with 1/2 inch like so. I'll do the same to the fabric. I'm done joining the two pieces together, both on the lining and on the main fabric, and I've ironed out thoroughly, so we're going to be joining it this way, joining the lining and the fabric together this way. I'll be placing my lining piece on my main fabric like so, right side facing right side, and I'll head to the machine to run a stitch from this end to the other end. I'm also going to repeat the same process to the second sleeve. I'll run a stitch all through them. I'll come and show you guys the outcome. I'm done joining them together, and this is how it's looking. So I'm going to trim off the excess, and I will notch thoroughly. I'm going to give it a good notch so that it will relax very well, and it will come out so well. And you know that this is the most curvy part in this sleeve. It's very curvy, so we need to notch very well so that everything will come out well and look very nice. So when I'm done notching, I will flip my stitching allowance to the lining side so that I can go and neatly top stitch on it. Flip on the lining side and top stitch so that the stitching will really appear on the lining, not on the main fabric. So let's go to the machine and top stitch. I'm done top stitching, and this is what we have. As you can see, the stitches only appeared on the lining side. I've also given it a good press, and our sleeve is already coming out. The next thing I'm going to do is to head to the machine to close up the slide from this end to the other end, following the direction of my finger. Remember the notching I made at the midpoint of the cap sleeve? I will match them together. I will wrap my sleeve like so, making sure that the two notches are aligning, and hold it down with a pin. When I'm done holding down with a pin, I will also take it to my machine to run a stitch on it to hold them together. I'll be forming my pleat from where the overlapping started to where it ended. Wow, see the effect, looking so beautiful. Let's see it on my mannequin. God, this is beautiful. The sleeve came out so well, very nice, so beautiful. Wow, I love what I'm seeing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and share so that others can see. Subscribe to our channels and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. See you in my next video. Bye.